champs is in. Yeah. Wake up, the cake up, raise up, or make us do something we don't want to. Bite down on you, right now on you. Juke to the left, they dodging it. Can't play the role, you fraudulent. Waiting on the right for the stars in it. 4x4 double parking it. Wanna play like cars in it. Wear the white flag, they forfeiting it. Now I got a ring too gorgeous. Damn, I gotta treat it like forges. It sound like on the scratch.
All right, Coach, we welcome everybody to the Garden State. EA Sports coverage of the NFL finds us at MetLife Stadium in East Rutherford, New Jersey. This the scene just before we came on air. This New York crowd fired up by the arrival of their G-men as they burst from the locker room. They're ready to go as the Giants get set to match up with the Jacksonville Jaguars. No more training camp, no more exhibitions. The 2018 NFL season on EA Sports is underway. To return it is Corey Grant. And he's up across the 25 and down at the 28-yard line. On 1st and 10, here's Bortles. And his first pass here is going to fall incomplete.
The beauty of being able to play a zone defense when you can sit back and see the ball coming out of the quarterback's hands, guess what? Creates a lot of confusion, kind of a muddle in the middle of the field where you go make a play on the football.
So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on 1st down.
Let's go.
Now a first carry for T.J. Yeldon. And he'll get about 4 across the 30 to the 32.
That 2nd down play call was not to pick up the 1st down. It was to accomplish what they did to get them into a manageable 3rd down because they had incompletion on 1st down, so they were behind the sticks, so to speak. They needed to make up some ground, and they did.
This defense looking for an early stop. This is 3rd down and 6. From the gun, it's Bortles. He's going to wind up and air it out. And he couldn't hang on to it through the contact. Incomplete.
Well, that certainly looked like something that they discussed all week in practice getting ready for this one. Take the big shot right out of the gate. At worst, you'll open up the defense a little bit, loosen them up, have them back on their heels.
Yeah, that is much too long. That's into the end zone for a touchback. Manning and the Giants come up now 1st and 10 at their own 20-yard line. Now a play fake here on 1st down. To Shepard, complete over the middle. A really nice gain of 25 yards.
The goal for any offense versus a zone defense, find the holes where guys are available and put the ball on the receiver before any defender can step up and fill it.
They did it well there. Perfectly executed crossing route.
Receiver.
Throwing on 1st down is Manning. And his throw's going to be incomplete. Evan Ingram was the intended target. That'll bring up 2nd down.
It's always a battle. Who's going to win on 1st down, the offense or the defense? Let's face it, if you've got the ball, 4 yards or more on 1st down is what you're aiming for. They tried to throw for it there. Nice effort to knock Dalvin away and bring up 2nd down.
An incomplete pass on 1st down. That leads to a 2nd and 10. Now the first NFL carry for Saquon Barkley. And no room that time, getting it to about the 46. Just a gain of a yard there, and now it'll be 3rd down.
Let's go.
Working from the gun, Manning. And able to catch it on the left sideline, but they're going to rule him out of bounds. So it'll be incomplete. Certainly one they'd like to have back. As it brings up fourth down. Fourth down, so on is the punter, Riley Dixon. He'll return it from the 6. 45 yards, that's what the punt goes for. 5 on the return. And it'll be Jaguar football as they take over deep in their own territory. The Jags heading out on offense. Last year we said, Charles, one of these years it has to come together for the Jaguars, doesn't it? Well, guess what? It certainly did. They won double-digit games for the first time in 10 seasons, and they picked up 2 more wins in the playoffs before falling in that tough one to New England.
And they decided that on offense, they were going to be a team that knocked you off the ball and ran it. That's why they drafted Leonard Fournette out of LSU. He gave them some toughness and an identity. Quarterback Blake Bortles, often criticized, but elevated his play in the playoffs, both with his legs and his arm. But the defense, that's where the big transition happened. Yannick Ngakoue coming off the edge. Calais Campbell, maybe the best player on the defensive line in the league last season. But Jalen Ramsey out at corner, he gives them their swagger, he gives them their look, and he gives them great play on the edge.
380. Punch right, punch right, punch right.
Bortles to throw on second down. Over the middle, complete. That's Cole. And he's going to get this one across the 30-yard line. Bortles to Cole for the Jacksonville first.
That was a nicely run slant route, and what the receiver's trying to do is make the defender think he's going upfield for a deeper route, and then breaks it off, usually after about 3 to 4 steps, and cuts towards the middle of the field. And now what he's trying to do is use his body to keep the defender away from the football and give the quarterback a really nice target.
A first carry for Leonard Fournette, and he'll get this up to about the 40. And that one was relatively easy to see. I noticed that from up here.
Yeah, it doesn't take a whole lot, does it? Sometimes you get multiples. What I always love on these offsides is when each side points at the other. Hey, you did it. No, you did it. They deciphered that one correctly.
Following the penalty, it's 1st and 5, and you got to think offensively, all kinds of options. Shotgun now for Bortles. Left side complete, Safarian Jenkins. And he'll be brought down. Oh, that's a face mask. Certainly looked like it. Indeed, here come the flags. So the face mask, quite a blessing there as they'll start out of harm's way with a 1st and 10. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he's going to get this inside the 30. Another nice gain, 13 yards that time, and another first down. Looking back to Leonard Fournette's rookie campaign, over 1,000 yards rushing. And coming into the league, some people saw this kid as an ex-Adrian Peterson. What can we expect from him going forward?
I like the comparison because of the size, the strength, the speed. But I think he catches the ball better than Adrian Peterson. So I think they can up his utilization in the passing game. But what really impressed me was down the stretch in the divisional playoff game against Pittsburgh, hurt his ankle, left the game for a while, and came back and helped power his team to a big victory. Remember, he had some dings at LSU that kept him out of a few games. I thought that was a breakthrough for Leonard Fournette.
The veteran Connor Barwin in on the stop.
I call that play a success. A nice inside run sets up a very manageable second down, a very solid gain on that play.
On second down, here's Bortles. Looking left side, he's got it, complete. And they'll bring him down at the 18-yard line. That catch good for 5. It's third down.
Well, if you do read man coverage, Brandon, the drag route's a pretty good one to run against it because you're running away from people on it.
Here we go. Sunday.
Bortles to throw on 3rd and 1. Open man is Westbrook, complete. And he takes it in. Touchdown, Jacksonville. As his guys are in for 6. And the Jags have taken the early lead. Point after by Lambeau, up and good. And it's now a 7-0 game. Here's Lambeau out to kick this one away. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. The Giants making their way out, and at this point you would have to think that all mentions of last year maybe erased from team history, or at least that's what they want. Clearly, Charles, correct me if I'm wrong, the talent on this team, too good for another 3-13 finish, right?
And I think that was reflected in their draft in 2018. Because if it was an all-out rebuild.
And the Jags get to him as down he goes. Calais Campbell able to drop him for a loss of 4. Remember this Jacksonville D, 55 sacks a season ago.
I think they want to fight for nickname supremacy with Pittsburgh. Remember, they were just one behind Pittsburgh for the overall lead in sacks last year. Pittsburgh known as Blitzburgh. Jacksonville, they're known as Saxonville.
Left side, it's Beckham. And this one will go to the 28-yard line. The reception good for 7. It's third down. I think defensively you're okay with that. Here in the first quarter, he's going to get some catches, but they rallied to him quickly.
And that's what you count on, and I like what you just said. First quarter, can you do it all game long? They catch it, you tackle them, they go down on the spot. Because when you're able to do that and you don't give up big chunks of yardage after the catch, now you put the offense in a position where every series they have to work hard to pick up first downs, and you tend to stall them out when you do that.
Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin, and it's the Giants. They had the catch on second down, but it didn't help at all, and now they're looking at third down here.
Zebra. There goes 56. 27 to Sam.
Throwing is Manning on third down. It's caught, Shepard. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. A pickup of 24 on the third down conversion. So in Jacksonville territory now. Here's a 1st and 10 at the 49-yard line. A first down carry for Barkley. And down to the 44, 5 yards that time.
And you remember pre-draft, there's a lot of speculation that the Giants should look for their future quarterback at number 2 with a great possibility. Remember, Sam Darnold from USC was still on the board, but they passed on him to take this runner, Saquon Barkley. And this is exactly why. They think he can extend the life of Eli Manning's career, and give them 1,000-yard seasons year after year.
They haven't had a 1,000-yard season since 2012. Lamont Bradshaw did it then. And he'll get it down on the play to the 37. A giant first down. Manning to an open Beckham.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before he could get a good head of steam going.
They go play action here on first down. Toward the sideline, and look at that catch. Dragging the toes, and that's going to be a first down. Well done. 15 yards through the air and a first down. Manning going to come up on 1st and 10. And he's 4 for 4 now, throwing the ball to start the drive. They go back to the ground now with Barkley. And he'll be taken down near the 20 at the 21. Deshaun Gibson there on the tackle.
One thing to keep in mind, partner, especially in the second half, when you've got a running back of this size, of these dimensions, I can just tell you, attrition does set in for a defense because you're excited about hitting him in the first half. Maybe not so much in the second half, and some of these shorter gains turn into bigger runs later.
27 to Sam. 27 to Sam.
Now Manning throwing on second down. And now the ball comes out. Manning lost it. And the Jags grab it. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back.
When I see a play like that, I come back to risk-reward. I don't know about you, but is it worth it at that point, whatever you're going to pick up, to either take the hit, and in this case, lose the football?
So it should have gone down. I mean, hindsight's always 20/20, but that's the safe play.
You're exactly right. Hindsight's really never wrong, is it? Because you can analyze it, but I think ultimately you got to look at it as a first option, taking care of the ball.
Pressure gets to him, and down he goes. Back at the 4-yard line. Olivier Vernon coming hard that time. He's able to run him down for a loss of 12. Under 4 to go now as the clock runs, and they come up on second down.
Sunday. Spread left. Lucy.
On second down, here's Fournette. And he'll take this forward only up to about the 7. And they only get a yard back there. They'll be left with a 3rd down and long.
I know the scouting report on him is that he doesn't possess the eye discipline to be an elite linebacker. And what that means is his ability to read, react, and make a play. But on that one, he looked like one of those guys.
A fake to Fournette. Now it's Bortles to throw. And he finds a man with a crossing route. And they're going to have this one up near the 30-yard line.
Let's go.
A first down carry now for Yeldon. And he'll get this up only to about the 33. 3 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be second down.
What's the old expression, 3 yards in a cloud of dust? In this case, it's dust-covered pellets. It's no longer that old grass that we used to play on, right, and chew it up. Now we've got that artificial surface. You see the pellets go up. Still a nice play by the defense.
Nice 39, Lucy.
On play action, now Bortles. Going for a right side here, complete. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. First catch of the new season for him, and he picks up the first. They don't need to run another play here before the 2-minute warning. Let's see if they do it anyway. Two minutes to play here in the first half. We're back to East Rutherford, but first this timeout.
Here we go, here we go.
Bortles going to run the draw with Fournette. And he's going to fight his way forward here for a modest gain. 5 yards on the carry. Good pickup on first down. The Giants going to go ahead and use the first of their timeouts. So as they take it over, we step aside. Now Bortles throwing on second down. Incomplete.
I had a coach tell me a long time ago that running a screen pass is similar to acting 101 for your offense, because you got to show something different and create extra space for linemen to chase the quarterback in order to create extra room for the receiver to catch the football and maneuver upfield. In this case, they'll give a lot of credit to the defense. They communicated well. You could hear them talking to each other on the field, and they reacted and knocked it away.
They come up now 3rd and 5 following the incomplete pass. On third down, Yeldon. And he's going to be taken down here with a penalty flag on the field. You need your wide receivers as blockers. Sometimes they get a hold.
The big runs are often a result of what they do on the perimeter. In this case, got caught holding, and this one will come back.
And now maybe they want some extra time to talk about this 3rd and long play, as we'll get a timeout, as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. And this 3rd down looking very tough after the holding penalty. 3rd and long.
So right. Check. 380. Loosen. Hey, 54 Ricky.
On 3rd and long, it's Bortles. Keeps himself upright. But in the end, the pressure too great, and he goes down. And now the Giants, they get the officials' attention and take another timeout, as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. And the Jaguars send out their punter. On for his second punt. He'd take a repeat of his first. Only 29 yards on the punt there. Definitely not his best. And it'll be Giant football, 1st and 10. New York set to take the field. And this is a unit that, to be frank, doesn't look like they've woken up yet. I mean, a punt and a turnover on their first 2 drives.
And I think the game's starting to take shape a little bit now. And I'm going to take it into the basketball world. When you're having trouble scoring or moving the ball in basketball, what do? Get it to their best player, right? Find a matchup, create it, exploit it, and try and move the football.
And lucky to get away with one there. That one nearly picked. 2nd down.
It's been my observation there's been a nice variety of play calling defensively. You and I often talk about an offense's ability to keep a defense off balance with what they're doing. I think the converse has been true in this game.
Yeah, I think you're right. They seem to have gone off tendency quite a bit, but only the second quarter, a lot of time to change things. So after the incompletion on first, now 2nd and 10. Manning will try again on 2nd down. That's caught by his tight end, Evan Ingram. And he'll get this up to the 34-yard line. He's got his first catch here before halftime, and it goes for a first down.
The completion was given up, but that's why you play zone defense, so that you can have people around the ball when it's caught, and you don't give up much run after the catch.
On 1st and 10, here's Manning. And an incomplete pass. That'll stop the clock here with just under a minute to play in half number 1. Jalen Ramsey, the all-pro corner there defensively for Jacksonville. So they'll come up after the incompletion for 2nd down.
Zebra.
Manning again here on 2nd and 10. Over the middle, he's got his tight end Ingram. And he gets this one to midfield before he's brought down. It's a pickup of 16 there, and it'll lead to a new set of downs. From midfield, here's Manning. And he'll be taken down, but not before getting this inside the 30. And now before this first down play, we're going to get a timeout here, as they stop it here with just under 40 ticks to go in this first half. On first down, Manning. Jaguar pressure and a Jaguar sack. Calais Campbell in there to bring him down for a loss of 7.
Well, that's the second time he's been sacked so far in the first half, and if they have designs on having a big year, on going anywhere, they've got to find a way to keep him upright so they can throw the football.
And this is Shepard on the catch, and he'll be brought down at the 21, just shy of the 20 in the red zone. So on 3rd down, the field goal unit will come out as they'll try to get 3 before half. From the right hash, it's a 38-yard attempt. And Rosas puts this one through. So, all right, we will save the Week 1 highlights and apparently get right back to the action here in the 3rd. All right, Coach, thank you, and we welcome everyone back for quarter number 3. This one taken just inside the 10. And not a bad return here. He gets it out to the 25-yard line. Here's the Giant offense now as they get ready to take over here. They're close game, but they're going to need to do a little bit better probably here in half 2, no?
I would agree with that totally. I would guess it in the locker room. They talked about cleaning up some of the errors, but overall I think they wanted to be positive with them. Guys, we're right there. Just not playing as well as we need to. Let's pick it up, and we still have a chance to win this game.
Yeah, they do. We'll see if they can pick it up. Second half begins with a run from Barkley. And he'll get this one up to the 26. The former All-Pro Marcel Darius brings him down.
I have to think a major focus of the halftime meetings had to be figuring out how to create space for the running game to get operating.
Well, what you pointed out to me at half seems accurate. That line has struggled to sustain blocks.
Yeah, I would agree with that totally. They've got to focus on staying on their double teams at the first level, make sure that block's secured before they slide off and try and chip someone at the second level.
Now they nabbed the rookie there for the 5-yard penalty.
So much going through his head. You know it just has to be, right? All of his assignments and realizing every game he plays, one of the better players in the league will be opposite him.
And that false start penalty certainly not helping their cause here. 2nd down and long.
Let's go.
Manning to throw on 2nd down. He'll let it go deep for Beckham. It's caught inside the 25. Giants are in for 6. And that one needed a little time to develop because he started lined up out wide left. He caught that on the right side of the field.
And you're exactly right about the time because that's not going to be a quick developing pattern, but also great sight lines for the guy throwing the ball to see a receiver cross his face and his sight line from one side of the field to the other. It usually attracts your attention. If you think he's open, you go ahead and deliver it, as we just saw there.
Rosas good with the extra point, and the lead is now 10-7. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the inline. Here comes the Jags offense now. Time for their first possession of half number 2. They trail offense, first time to touch the ball in quarter 3, and we'll see what they can do.
And I can't wait to see what they have planned because some teams script to start a half. Other teams just go, okay, these are the sequence of plays we want to run. These things worked well for us. And sometimes they throw in that big chunk play right away.
Shocker.
Try and get after them early and try and create a big play to give themselves some momentum.
See what they have up their sleeve. And not a whole lot doing there as he'll get it up to about the 28-yard line.
When we see those runs to the perimeter, when we see those runs to the edge, we think about big breakers, don't we? In this case, it was a modest gain, but it does open up possibilities here on second down.
They fake the handoff. Now Bortles rolling to his right. Looking sideline, incomplete. Marquise Lee, the intended target, and it's third down. A pretty good coverage there, and both of these defenses, they've had good coverage throughout this one.
No doubt about it, and in today's NFL, where we're used to a bit more scoring, this feels almost like a well-pitched game in baseball on both sides where the tension continues to build. Who's going to make the big play?
The Jaguars on third down. They've hit 2 for 4 thus far. This is 3rd and 7.
Lucy. So right.
Working from the gun, it's Bortles. And he's got Moncrief. And he's going to have a first down as he's brought down at the 44-yard line. He got 29 yards that time. So the drive takes him into Giants territory now. 1st and 10 at the 44-yard line.
Spread left.
Throwing on first down is Bortles. Stepping up, he's going to keep it. And he'll avoid the tackle there with a slide. He'll wind up getting 9 after tucking it and running, so it'll leave him with 2nd and a yard.
They brought the blitz that time, and I thought they were going to get to him, but instead, he flipped it on its ear and ended up picking up positive yardage.
I thought he was dead to rights, but you are exactly correct, sir, able to turn that into a positive gain. On 2nd down, here's Yeldon. And he'll be brought down at the 27-yard line. Call it a gain of 7, and it gets him a new set of downs.
Yeah, once more, strong running, excellent blocking at the point of attack. They've got a nice little drive brewing right here.
Here we go.
Bortles now on first down. Buying time to his left. And he'll slide down to avoid the tackle. That one good for a gain of 13 for Jacksonville and a first down.
Partner, he was going through his progressions. Not there, not there. After about the 3rd one, he decided he better pull it down and run for it. And he slides down and avoids the hit for good measure.
Let's go.
Fournette, a first down carry. And effective running here. He'll take it down inside the 10. He'll get a nice chunk there on the first down run, and it's 2nd and 4.
That's a strong pickup right there on first down, and as this drive goes on, we're seeing an offensive line and running game imposing its will.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And he'll be stopped just outside the 5 at the 6. 2 yards on the carry there, and it's going to lead him to 3rd down.
That play reminded me a lot of a former teammate of mine. We used to call him the trash man. His ability to sift through traffic and make plays was uncanny.
And that's exactly what you want from your Mike linebacker. The Jaguars on 3rd down. They've converted 3 out of 5 thus far. Here it's 3rd and 2. They'll try and run for it with Fournette. And this has been a familiar sight all afternoon as they stop him behind the line. They'll wind up losing 3 yards here. And that's going to make it 4th down. On is Josh Lambo now for the Jaguar field goal. This is a 26-yard attempt. And Lambo will put this one through. And that will knot us up at 10. So they come away from this opening drive in the 3rd quarter with only 3, but it does draw them even.
Yeah, and that has to be job 1, doesn't it? A touchdown definitely would have been nice. We know that. But here, you get back on even terms, and now you've got most of the second half to try and get yourself into a position to win.
So all square here in this 3rd quarter as the kick's away. This will be fielded at the 8. And he'll get it up to about the 26-yard line just across the 25. And New York set to take the field. And they're hoping to redo their efforts in the last drive when they got into the end zone.
And just think of what it's like now on the sideline. Because when you score a touchdown, you have to go over and look at the tablet and see what you did on the last drive. When you scored points, it's a whole lot better view than when you're trying to figure out how to fix things there.
Manning and the Giants come up now 1st and 10 at their own 26. Now a play fake here on first down. They'll let it go deep for Beckham. It's caught inside the 25. And all the way in. Touchdown, New York. Odell Beckham, already his 2nd touchdown here in this opening weekend. And the Giants have broken our tie as they take the lead. Rosas now to add the PAT. PAT up and good by Rosas. And that makes it a 17-10 score. Rosas now to kick this one away. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. Here comes the Jaguars offense as they get set to go again. And they had 3 points last time, but they didn't want 3 points because they were well within range of scoring a touchdown. We'll see if they can do better now.
I'm with you on that one. Let's just go ahead and be frank about the whole thing. The only one happy about the 3-point
kicker.
Exactly. He put it through the post. That's going to help him at contract time. But that offense, they're thinking, let's get the end zone this time.
I don't know if that helped him at contract time. You could have kicked that one through.
I don't know about that.
Toe bash.
I don't know about
toe
that.
Bashed it.
Super toe.
The Jags picking up the first down there, a gain of 12.
Let's go, let's go.
Play action. Now it's Bortles. And the catch made here by Marquise Lee. And he's taken down, but not before getting this across midfield and just shy of the 40. And a nice gain of 21 yards. So the drive takes him into Giants territory now, 1st and 10 at the 42-yard line.
Lucy.
Bortles on the give to Fournette. And an alley to run. And he gets it inside the 35 and just shy of the 30. Back-to-back nice plays. 12 yards that time and a first down.
Would you say this offense is locked in right now?
They're having no trouble on this drive. What is it, 3 plays, 3 first downs?
Yeah, you talk about on the march. They keep this up, they'll get to that end zone real fast.
They keep it on the ground. This time it's Yeldon. Oh, and now he bowls him over. And they'll get this one down to about the 20-yard line. 11 more on that one and another first down.
All right, it's football 101 to know that the quarterback controls just about everything on offense, but a lot of times what gets missed is that the center controls line play. He has to communicate to the guards and the tackles what type of front they're facing, how they're going to block it, and what adjustments need to be made sometimes on the fly as a defense will shift. Give the center a lot of credit because for the most part, he's got big defensive linemen over his face all game long that he's got to try and block and protect his quarterback and create space for his runner. In this case, he did a really nice job of communicating and executing.
Throwing now is Bortles. And this will be broken up and incomplete. Now a penalty flag down, and they may be going backward here. They were looking to throw, holding on the big right tackle.
That's real simple, partner. Keep your hands inside in the chest area. You're probably okay. You get it out on the shoulders, get them wide. Usually going to pick up a holding call.
They'll come up now on a 2nd and long after the hold. Bortles to throw on 2nd down. Escaping the pressure right. And the hit jarred it loose. It's incomplete.
Going with a dime look on defense. 2 extra defensive backs on the field and covered up essentially every blade of grass. That allowed them to disrupt the play.
The Jaguars on 3rd down. They've hit it 50%, 3 of 6 to this point. This will be 3rd and a mile. From the gun, it's Bortles. It's complete to Grant. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal. Tell you what, he's been able to put the ball in some tight spots all game long. That throw, no different.
Yeah, a lot of people would call it a gutsy type of a throw. I think he looks at it as, I can do it, so it's not that big of a deal to me, and I'm going to keep firing.
Nice 39, Lucy.
They'll try and run forward with Fournette. And he'll be stopped about a yard shy of the goal line after a pickup of about 3. Defensively, they must have been expecting a pass. They were in the dime look out there.
I think maybe they were deciding to go with speed on the field rather than bulk. I'm with you, a little bit surprising. They wanted people getting to the ball as fast as possible. The lighter, shiftier defensive backs allow you that opportunity.
They'll try to punch it in with Yeldon. And he'll take this into the end zone. Touchdown, Jacksonville. T.J. Yeldon punching it in from a yard away. And the Jaguars are within an extra point of tying this one up. A very important extra point there, up and good. And, partner, we've got a tie game here in the 4th. So here comes the kickoff now, all even here in this 4th quarter. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. And the Giants ready to come out now. And last time the formula was pretty simple. 1-play drive, long pass. That maybe they just want to do that again, right?
And that's exactly how you want to draw things up. Whether it's on your grease board, right, in your playbook, 1-play drive's exactly what you want on offense. What they have to be careful of is not having a letdown. It was real easy last time. They can't expect that going forward.
Yeah, we'll see if it's that easy here. Some good games going on in the early window. This might be the best of the bunch. Manning now on first down. A dump off here to Stewart. And he'll get to the 29-yard line, brought down there. A gain of 4 on the play, and that'll make it a second down.
So many times you hear today's NFL described as a space game. Get your best players into space with the football in their hands. That's why sometimes you just swing it out to your runner, get him out in the flat, and let him have a chance to make people miss an open field.
4 yards on that last completion, so that sets up 2nd and 6.
Zebra. Now go 56. 27's to Sam. 27's to Sam.
On 2nd down, here's Manning. Throw left side, complete to Ingram. 7 yards there, good enough to move the sticks.
I got a kick out of that one, partner. You and I talk often about trying to hide receivers in certain situations, but a guy of his size can't really hide him. But the tight end drag route, definitely an effective way to sneak him across the formation for an easy completion and a first down.
Manning now 13 out of 17 throwing the ball. He's got a first down. The pitch goes to Barkley. And he'll take this one for about 4 up to the 40.
When we see those runs to the perimeter, when we see those runs to the edge, we think about big breakers, don't we? In this case, it was a modest gain, but it does open up possibilities here on 2nd down.
Under 4 to go now as the clock runs and they come up on 2nd down.
56. 27's to Sam. 27's to Sam.
Manning to throw on 2nd down. And the Jags get to him as down he goes. Yannick Ngakoue able to drop him for a loss of 4. Big play coming up. Here's 3rd and 10.
I would expect to see some pressure here.
The pressure drops off as they'll look to throw. Now he'll dump it underneath to his running back, complete. And he'll get up near the 45. They'll spot it at the 44. Give him 8 on the play, and that's going to bring up a 4th down. Tie game, 4th quarter, and they're going for this thing on 4th down. The Giants do snap it. It's Manning. And that is incomplete. The Giants go on 4th but come up empty. And the Jags take over in terrific field position. The Jaguars getting set to go. They had to go a long way on their last drive to score the touchdown. This time they get at least a little bit more of a cushion with field position.
I have to think that with this field position, after what they did on the last drive, they might want to take a shot right now to try to cut down the length of the drive.
He takes this for about 6 down inside the 40.
Let's talk a little football 101 here, because one of the keys to advancing the ball downfield, success on first down. Huge difference, as we know, between 2nd and 4 and 2nd and 8 and 9.
They keep it on the ground. This time it's Fournette. And they'll be inside the 35 now at the 34-yard line. And now a timeout taken here defensively with 2:07 remaining. So they'll also have the stop coming up at the 2-minute warning. Just week 1, but already plenty of intrigue with the games going on. And this one no different as we come up on a 1st and 10. They'll run it now out of the gun. Mario Edwards Jr. there to bring him down. Time for a break. We'll come back and see how it all shakes out after this.
Let's go, let's go. Hey. Go down. Hey, watch number 5.
A handoff to Fournette. And able to push his way forward here for a good little gain. 4 yards on the pickup there as it'll leave him with a third and about 4 more for first. Whistles now and a timeout. So defensively they burn it here with 1:51 left. The Jaguars on 3rd down. They've hit 4 of 7. This is 3rd and 4.
Green 80.
Bortles to throw. And incomplete. The contact made the ball roam free and brings up 4th down. 4th down now, and defensively, Charles, you know, they're just asking this crew for one more stop.
And you know that they're feeling the momentum right now, but they have to be very careful not to get over-exuberant, overexcited, and blow an assignment and give up the big first down.
And Rambo can't put this one back in. It's no good. Wide to the right, and a costly one there as this game remains tied here in the 4th. So it's an empty trip downfield there as they get a missed field goal on 4th down.
And I didn't see anything in the setup. It's a good snap, good hold.
Yep. He
just pushed it, and that one never wanted to come back.
Good starting field position for them here as they come up 1st and 10. They'll start out on the ground. It's Saquon Barkley. And he'll get this up to about the 38-yard line. 2 yards on the carry there. It'll be 2nd down.
At this stage, you've got to hustle. Got to get back to the line of scrimmage because you're saving that timeout to make sure you have a chance to get your kicker out there for the big shot.
Zebra. Let's go. Zebra.
Back to throw. Manning. He'll complete this to Ingram as tight end. And able to break one tackle, but then quickly brought down. But a nice little gain. 8 yards on the completion, but now they face 3rd down. They'll try to run for it with Barkley. And he's got the first down before being taken down at the 46. They get 9 out of that one, and as a result, the drive continues.
Zebra, let's go.
Manning to throw. Oh, no, he lost the football. And did the Jaguars come up with it? They did.
With no running backs in the backfield to help pass protect, all the receivers in their patterns, these are going to be hot routes. If they sense a blitz or pressure on the quarterback, they've got to be prepared to break routes off early and get the football. In this case, never even had a chance. They popped the ball free in the backfield.
Now after the fumble recovery, it's Bortles. And this is going to be caught, but they'll say out of bounds. So it's incomplete. D.D. Westbrook, his intended receiver. And that'll bring up 2nd down. After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10.
Spread right.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And he's going to get this one down near the 45-yard line. Calling about a gain of 3, and they'll be looking at a 3rd and 7 coming up. The Jaguars going to go ahead and use their first timeout as the clock will stop with 35 seconds left to go. The Jaguars on 3rd down. They're at 50%, 4 for 8. This is 3rd and 7.
Lucy.
Now Bortles. A bullet throw, but incomplete.
You hear the calls for a penalty, but I just don't think so. I think in this situation, the defender was making sure his guy couldn't hold on to the football. So I don't see anything to warrant a flag.
No, I'm with you. There was contact, but I'm happy they kept that flag in the back pocket. So on now is the kicker, Josh Lambo. This to take the lead here in the final minute. The Giants going to burn their 3rd and final timeout as they'll stop it with a little over 30 ticks to go in the football game. So here we go. Maybe the biggest kick of the game forthcoming. This to take the lead here in the final minute. He's got the leg, but it's no good. He missed it right, and a costly one there as this game remains tied here in the 4th. So it was a golden chance to go ahead here in the final moments, but he misses for a second time in this game.
Brandon, either one of those go, and they might be on their way to a victory. Instead, they're going to have to hold on here defensively just to force overtime.
Hey, go 56. 27 to Sam. 27 to Sam. That's it.
Now Manning. He's going to go for a big play downfield. And this is taken in at the 5. And he will take it on in for a Giant touchdown. Sterling Shepard with time running out. And the Giants have broken our tie as they take the lead. Rosas good with the extra point. And they will take a 7-point lead. Rosas now to kick this one away. Here's Corey Grant now to return. And nice work on the return as they'll start their drive just past the 30-yard line. Out comes the Jacksonville offense as they get set to take over here. Critical condition here, obviously. Got to hope to get something quick right and then maybe take that shot deep.
And once they do take the big shot, you've got to worry on defense. Of course, no one getting behind the defense and making an easy throw. But nowadays, it's not just the ball being tipped in the air and people in the end zone in a cluster. It's that guy that's short in the end zone who comes up and ends up making the play because he goes unguarded. So there's a lot to think about if you're playing defense in this situation.
We'll see if they can cover all their bases. So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on 1st down.
76.
Back to throw. On the crossing route, complete. That's Grant. That goes for a gain of 31.
Well, partner, I'm not sure how this drive's going to end, but how about the way they flip field position there? A nice attacking play that picked up a heck of a chunk of yardage.
Here we go.
And a timeout comes in. The whistles blow with 3 seconds remaining. One final try now for Bortles. And it's incomplete. So their final drive comes up empty.